Hello, friends. This is Alia Jamal, the Love Coach, coming here for our day 5 of our 30-day series, Relationship with Yourself. And today we are talking about ways you neglect yourself. Self-neglect is so common in all the adults, but most of us, we don't even realize that it's been part of our life for such a long time. We think we are so caring and loving towards ourselves because we've been going for yoga classes, we've been going for Pilates classes, we are eating green, and we are really taking care of ourselves. So we are not neglecting ourselves. That is generally what we think. And I usually work with clients who have a very active lifestyle. They are really taking good care of themselves. And then I help them understand what is self-neglect. So let's start from here. Whenever a situation is going on, you're thinking a thought or anything is happening, and someone else is above you and you're under them, whether it's their needs, whether it's what they will think about you, it's their opinion, whether it's their love for you, their feelings for you, whatever. Anytime you're putting another human ahead of you, that is self-neglect. You're neglecting who you are as the being that you are. Now, I know a lot of you will get really confused and you'll be like, what do you mean by that? Aren't we supposed to care for other people? And what about our parents? What about our kids? So let's slow down and take a moment and let's try to understand what this concept is all about. See, you see this as a body, that you're a body, but you are a being, a divine being. A little bit of it is in the body, and the rest is still energetically surrounding you. You're a soul living in a body, a divine being having a human experience. And whenever you're going to neglect that aspect of you, and how would you neglect that aspect of you when you limit yourself? When you say another person is better than you, bigger than you, another person needs to validate you because you're not complete already. Those are all the ways you're neglecting yourself. You're neglecting the being that you are. And every time you do that, this is what happens. You disconnect from the unlimited power that this being has. It's almost like you have, a pot of gold at home, but you're always looking outside for a pot of gold. Are you going to be connected with that part? No, but it's there, but you're not connecting with it. You're never going to feel the richness of it because you're always feeling poor and you're always feeling like I need to go out and I need to ask everybody else for their pot of gold. Or maybe my pot of gold is somewhere outside in somebody else's house. So just using that as a metaphor, as an analogy to help you understand what your true being really is. So when I talk about your relationship with yourself, I'm not talking about your relationship with your body. Take care of your body. Yes, definitely take care of your body because that is the vessel where this being lives. No vessel, no physical experience. We all know that. That's why it's very crucial we take care of this body. But what I am talking about is a connection and a relationship with this being, this soul, this divine self that is within you. It's always been there. It will always be. The moment it leaves your body, people are going to pick you up. They're going to either bury you or cremate you, or, whatever burial rituals we have wherever you're in the world. We are that fragile in our human experience that we don't realize in our day-to-day. So now, first, I invite you to look at yourself, look at your life, look at the thoughts that you think about yourself and about other people, the conversations that goes on within you when you find yourself stuck in a situation where you're just giving, 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 and you're getting depleted and you're neglecting yourself and you think everybody else is more important than you because who are you to take care of yourself or give to yourself anything, even your time. When you find yourself in that spiral And that shows up in our relationships. It's very easy to detect who we really are internally, in terms of our relationship with ourselves. Just look at the relationships that you have, because that is where growth happens. Growth doesn't happen when you're trying to create a business bigger and better. Yeah, some growth will happen. But when you start working on your relationships, the real cobwebs come over there, and that is where you find true can of worms. The stuff that you have shoved under the rug for all these years, the gunk starts to come to the surface. That is where, if you're not willing to be honest with yourself, that you neglect yourself. You neglect this being. We are used to hearing the word neglect in terms of, physicality. I'm talking about energetical, non-physical, or metaphysical. That's what I'm talking about. How do you prioritize, even in your thoughts, someone else above you? How many times in your mind you're complaining to someone about yourself or about them? In that moment, you're neglecting the being within you. How many times you find yourself seeking somebody's validation in your mind? That is when you're neglecting yourself. When you choose to become honest with yourself, which which is not easy, I can tell you from my personal experience, almost every single day I find myself doing exactly the same things that I'm teaching you. I catch myself and I try to shift it around, catch myself, shift it around. This is everyday work. It's not that one day your relationship with yourself would just become so phenomenal that you never have to pay attention to what's going on within you. You'll always be paying attention to what's going on within you. You'll always be focusing on, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? Who I'm putting above me. So here's a universal truth. No one is above you or below you. We all are equal. In our non-physical essence, in our divine essence, we all are souls of same power. I know sometimes we meet a person and we're like, oh my God, look at this, such a powerful soul. You're powerful too, my friend. And even the person you think who's a loser and a coward, that person is a powerful soul too. But they are choosing to have a different physical experience. So when you start to see other people as your equal, when you start to see yourself as an equal, and you feel like, I can tell them what I feel truly, without fearing their rejection, losing their validation. When you let go of that, that is when you stop neglecting yourself. That is when you truly stop neglecting yourself, because now you can see who you are, you're aware of it, you're connected with it. It's very easy to take care of your body. It's very easy to take care of your body because what other people will think of you. If you just lose those 30 pounds, everybody's going to say, oh my God, look at you. You're looking so much more beautiful. Now you get to go to the beach and wear whatever you want. Now you get to go outside and wear whatever you want. Are we really doing it for ourselves, or we are doing it for others? But when we do this inner work, it's purely for yourself. It's impossible for you to do it for others because no one can see it. You cannot post it on a Instagram picture. You cannot take a selfie of your inner work. Yeah, eventually people will be like, hey, you're different, what you've been doing. But by that time, you're not even looking for their validation. So when you stop neglecting yourself, you get to connect with the being that is within you, that's always been there, and it will always be. But at the same time, that is when you stop neglecting other people as well. So many of us, especially as parents, we live with this guilt. I'm neglecting my child. I have, two jobs and this to do and that to do, and I'm not able to give enough time to my children, especially when they are young. We carry that guilt so much more. When you stop neglecting yourself, it will be impossible for you to neglect your child. Because this is what happens when you stop neglecting yourself, you're present. When you're present with yourself, you can be present with your child, you can be present with your spouse. If you feel just lost and you're just like, I don't even know where I am, that is because of that disconnect between you, the physical you, and the non-physical you. When that heals, when you start to see that you're more than this body, when you stop neglecting that connection, when you start prioritizing it, when you pay attention to what my soul think of me before you pay attention to what my friend think of me, when that shift has happened, that is when you can truly be available for other people, stop neglecting, and you have access to this unlimited inner power to create any shift. And no one will be able to control you. No one will be able to manipulate you. That, my friend, is freedom. That is creating heaven on earth in this physical experience, because when you feel free, when you don't feel like you have to put any mask or please someone else, because you're connected, because you are connected to the endless within you. To me, that is a life worth living. That is when every moment's become a moment of joy. So with that, we are coming to a conclusion for today. I hope you have enjoyed this conversation and it has activated something within you. If this is something you're ready to go deeper, don't wait till the 30 days are over with this series. You can reach out to me anytime, DM me, find me on my website, aliajamalcoaching.com. You can book a conversation with me, and I would love to be your guide in coming home and create that deep bond with your soul. I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you next time. Bye.